good evening. My name is Abdul Majid, and now let us try to solve these problems or multiple choice problems about parabolic partial differential equation. So number one is, which of the following is an example of parabolic partial differential equation? So letter A, second partial derivative with respect to x plus second partial derivative of u with respect to y. B, three second partial derivative of u with respect to x minus partial derivative of u with respect to y is equal to 0. Second partial derivative of u with respect to x, which is equal to partial derivative of second partial derivative of y with respect to y, and D, both A and C. So this is how we're going to solve, identify it's either this is a parabolic partial differential equation. So we will be identify the parabolic partial differential equation with this formula. So b squared minus 4ac, which is equal to 0. So in letter A, so partial derivative of u with respect to x, so letter A is equal to 1, and B is equal to 0, and C is equal to 1 also. So 0 squared minus 4 times A is 1 times C is 1 is equal to 0. So 0 minus 4 is equal to 0. So negative 4 is less than 0. So therefore this is not, so letter A is not a parabolic PDA. So let's proceed to letter B. So letter B is, so A is equal to 3 and B is equal to, so B is 0 and C is equal to 0 also. So b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. So b here is 0. 0 squared minus 4 times a is 3 times c is 0, which is equal to 0. So this is approximately 0, 0. So therefore 0 is equal to 0. So this is parabolic PDA. So now let's try the letter C. So the letter C is, so A is equal to 1, and so first let's arrange this equation. So partial derivative of second partial derivative of u with respect to x minus partial derivative of second partial derivative of u with respect to y is equal to 0. So therefore A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0 and C is equal to 0. Oh, with respect to y squared. Partial derivative with respect to y squared. So partial derivative, so c here is negative 1. C here is negative 1. So b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. So b is 0 squared minus 4 times a is 1 times c is negative 1 is equal to 0. So 0 minus 4 times 1 is 4 times 1 negative, so positive 4 is equal to 0. So 4 is greater than 0. So therefore, this is not a PDE. Parabolic. So the answer, so the only parabolic here is the letter B. So here. So the answer here is this, letter B. So now let's go to number 2. So classify the parabolic PDE. So letter A, second partial derivative of u with respect to x plus 4 second partial derivative of u with respect to y is equal to 0. So letter B, 5 second partial derivative of u with respect to x minus 10 second partial derivative of u with respect to x and y plus 5 second partial derivative of u with respect to y squared is equal to 0. C, none of the above, and D is both A and B. So again, so we will classify this by b squared minus 4ac. So letter A, so A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0 and C is equal to 4. So b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. So b here is 0. 0 squared minus 4 times 1 times 4 is equal to 0. So 0 minus 4 times 1 is 4 times 4, 16. So it's equal to 0. So negative 16 is less than 0. So therefore this is not a parabolic. So letter B. So B. So A here is 5 and B here is 10, negative 10, and C here is 5. So B squared minus 4AC is equal to 0. So B, negative 10 squared minus 4 times A is 5 and C is 5 also, is equal to 0. So 5 times 5 is 25 times negative 4 is 100, negative 100. Then 10 square is 100, is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to 0. So therefore this is a parabolic. So the answer here is letter B. Now let's proceed to number 3. So is this a partial differential equation? Is this partial differential equation parabolic? So given this equation, so the problem here is we want to identify if it is parabolic or not. So A is true, B is false. So now let's find the values of A, the values of B, and the values of C. So the values of A here is 1. The values of B here is 6, and the value of 9 of C here is 9. So substitute to the formula B squared minus 4AC. So B squared is 36. 6 squared minus 4 times A is 1 times C is equal to 9 is equal to 0. So 6 squared is 36 minus 4 times 1 is 1. 4 times 9 is 36 is equal to 0. 36 minus 36 is 0. So 0 is equal to 0. Therefore, this is a parabolic. Therefore, the answer here is this partial differential equation parabolic? So true. This partial differential equation is a parabolic equation. Answer. So that's all. Thank you.